Hi, everybody. We are back. Football is back. The international break is over, and we can finally focus on Barcelona. And guys, I have a guest for you today. We're going to be doing a preview for Athletic Club against Barcelona, or Barcelona against Athletic Club is really what I should say, because we are home. We are back home, ladies and gentlemen. It's not gonna hit the same because now we've been back home, and Nico Williams comes back as well. We have a lot of players who are not gonna be available for our midfield. The likes of Pedri and Frankie de Jong are going to be huge, just huge players who are not going to be available for Hansi Flick. But everybody else is going to be healthy. We're going to be going over the lineup. We're going to be going over the injury report, and we're going to be going over the keys to this game, and we're going to be going over the predictions at the end of this video. My man, football es vida. How are you, bro?
Yes, sir, man. I'm excited. Like you said, international break is finally over. I lost quite a bit of money because I would bet at times, right? I think international break's the best time. But nonetheless, Barcelona's back. The best team in the world is back. And like you said, bro, most importantly, we're back home. We're back home at the beautiful Camp Nou.
Wait,
How do you pronounce it? Do you say Camp Nou or Camp Nou? Because I got killed before for calling it Camp Nou.
People are defensive about it, and they say that we're supposed to pronounce the full name. Spotify Camp Nou.
Oh, nah, hell, I'm never calling it that. I don't care. I don't care who owns it. I'm never. Oh, wait, Camp Nou, however you want to say it.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are you losing money? Who are you betting on, bro?
I mean, it's just random bets. I just like look at the international level. I'm like, all right, this team should win. This team should win. I put Spain to win recently when they played Turkey. I'm like, they beat them 6-0. So I'm like, I'll beat them again. But then the tie.
They have to win, right? You're like, this one has to hit, and it didn't.
Exactly. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take a break from that because I don't. The last thing I like to do is bet on Barca. I don't like. I feel like I'm bad luck with that.
That's the thing that you can't always. That's the thing about betting, bro. Like, even if you think it's 100%. A lot of times it just doesn't hit, bro. Like I'm telling you, I'm telling you because I like poker. So I'm a poker. I'm not a poker player, but I love playing poker. So
gotcha.
I know what you're saying. So before we get into the lineup, man, I want to get to how do you think this game play now? What do you think? What do you want to see? We are back at the Camp Nou, bro. Finally, 45,000 fans or 46,000 fans will be available for this game. And how do you see this game playing out, man? It's going to be a crazy atmosphere. We don't have Frankie. We don't have Pedri. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, that's the main concern thing. Our midfield, what the midfield is going to look like. I'm guessing he's going to. Hansi Flick is gonna go for like a similar thing he did against Celta Vigo. Obviously the main difference now being no Frankie de Jong, but I mean I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic. But the main thing just being because we're back at the Camp Nou, so the players realistically should step up. Because I saw a report, I'm not sure if it's 100% true that there's not gonna be any Athletic Club fans, right? So like they're not gonna be in the stadium at all. So full Barcelona fans. So we should definitely step up for that kind of occasion. But
we should never allow these bums to be there, bro. Like, this is pathetic club, bro. They know how much they complain because we were trying to get Nico and stuff like that. Like, it's a free market, bro. Like, if he wants to leave, what's the big deal, right? They make a big deal out of this whole thing.
So I'm saying, bro, they went at us, but I mean that gives it even more incentive just to like destroy them. But definitely some concerns with the midfield, of course. Again, from last league game, we came with a lot of positives. You know, we're going optimistic with players returning, but I think this team still has to convince us a little bit more. So some concern, but more optimistic than none.
Let's go over the table because let's see here real quick because I want to see LaLiga. All right, so Barcelona, of course, well, Real Madrid is up front with 31 points. Barcelona has 28 points, and Athletic Club is all the way down to the 7th spot with 17 points. They have picked up only 2 wins in the last 5 games and only 1 win in the last 4. And before they beat, let me see who they beat. They beat Real Oviedo. They lost to Real Sociedad. And they lost to Getafe, bro. We cannot lose to these bums, bro. Like, if they lost to Getafe, bro, there's no shot in hell they're going to beat us at the Camp Nou. Now, the Camp Nou has added pressure for our club because we are back. and it's going to
Mhm.
be a party. This is going to be a hostile environment. It's going to be a party. We cannot lose this game, bro. We
Definitely
cannot
not.
lose this
Definitely
game.
not. Definitely not. I mean, like, you could also say that there's some incentive for Athletic Club to step up for this game because, like, when you look at their next couple of games, I was looking at their schedule, and they have it rough. They have a lot of like important games and like difficult games. Even in the Champions League, they haven't been performing. So again, that should be positives for us. But yeah, we got to step up against these guys, especially if Nico plays. If Nico plays, I want to hear whistles around the stadium. I want to hear boos. I want to hear him feeling that pressure.
Yeah, and according to let's just see real quick here. I'm gonna look because I like looking at at the percentages here. Who will win according to FootMob? Let me go with Barcelona. So according to Play FootMob Predict, we are 76% chance of win, 14% chance of draw, and only a
Mm.
10% chance for Pathetic Club to win this game. So now let's get into the injury report because to me that's actually very important, and then we'll talk about the lineups and everything else. But so look, if you guys look at this, we only have right Pedri, who I thought he was coming back in November. Now they're saying it's early December, but I think that's the one thing about FootMob. I don't think they are accurate on their
No, definitely not.
reports on their lineups because they reported that the Pedri was going to be back sooner than expected, like 2 weeks sooner. So that pushes Pedri to be almost ready. They said he was ready to practice the other day. He did not practice yesterday. They rather take him slow and just give him that extra rest, and he's going to be back for the game against Chelsea. I guess it's 100%, or at least it's somewhere around game time decision at worst. So Pedri is just on the verge of coming back. So this
Beautiful.
information is not accurate. I can I can definitely say Pedri is supposed to be back in November. Gavi, of course, we already knew he's not back until
Yeah,
February.
Yeah,
And
for a
now
minute.
it's just down to Frankie de Jong, who's suspended, and Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who we already knew he's back in training as well, which is going to be interesting here. And Joan Garcia, as we can see, no Joan Garcia in the injury report because Joan Garcia is expected, guys. Guys, we are coming back, man. I'm telling you, this right here against Athletic Club, bro. Joan Garcia will be the goalkeeper against Athletic Club, dude. That is the most exciting news I've heard from Barcelona in like a long time, bro.
Beautiful, bro. You actually think he's gonna start? You think he's gonna start?
I think he's gonna start, dude. He's not in the injury report. He's back. They were saying that the game before the international break that he could have pushed to start,
Yeah.
and they chose not to and do it after this. So this is why I think he will start. And let's get into let's get into the let's just mention real quick their injury report, which is not Iñaki Williams is doubtful for this game. I guess that's a major thing. If he doesn't play, I guess that's a big blow for them as well. Now they do have Grusaleta, right, which is a good player for them. But Iñaki Williams and Nico Williams really haven't played many games together this season, man. One of them, they're taking turns on being injured, I guess. And I don't know if he's doubtful. I think there's a big chance that he will start. Everybody else is Prados and Unai is as well. These players are out. One
And
of
they have
them's out
Laporte,
this
man.
season. The
That's
other one,
crazy. Laporte is
huh?
he's a good center back right there. Laporte. I didn't even know. Like I've been so out of touch with Athletic Club. I didn't even know they had Laporte. But
Yeah,
he'll
Laporte.
be
Yeah,
he'll
yeah.
be dangerous for sure.
All right, let's talk about these lineups, man. What do you think in terms of the lineup and the backfield? What do you like to see for this game, though? Because look, man, Araujo has been, he hasn't been that bad. But even yesterday against the USA, bro, he
Oh
got
man,
cooked, man. He
I
got
saw that.
cooked, man.
I saw that.
4-1. Uruguay got cooked 4-1 against USA, but that's embarrassing. I mean, that's the one thing that they are known for is defense, and then I got annihilated, bro. And Araujo got put on skates, man. That scares me, bro. Like I hate seeing that the other yesterday on Twitter, to be honest. But
It's hard to defend this guy at times, man.
it's becoming very hard to defend. So finally, FootMob, though, they do agree with me because it looks like man. They have Eddie Garcia. Finally, they have Eddie Garcia as the starting right back. What would you say in terms of Kunde, and where do you see this whole thing playing out with Kunde and Eddie Garcia? Because I think Eddie Garcia right now, until I'm shown otherwise, I'm sticking with Eddie Garcia, dude, until Kunde can show me that he's back in form.
Yeah, definitely, 100% agree. Like I made a video recently talking about the situation with Kunde and the whole right back situation, and Kunde's just been bad, man. There's no defending him right now this season. So Eddie Garcia, you can say he's been like the best player for Barcelona so far this season, at least one of the most important for sure. So he 100% deserves to start, whether it be a center back or a right back. We'll see. If Jules Koundé does start on Saturday, I'm gonna be surprised. I'm gonna be very surprised because that means either he doesn't like Eddie Garcia playing as a right back, which I really would understand because he does well, or he just trusts that Koundé will get back to that level eventually, and
Yeah.
he just wants to continue playing him. So I'll be shocked if he plays. But
So,
yeah, for
so
me,
what do
Eddie
you
Garcia.
think, real quick? What do you think as far as the goalkeeper? What's your prediction? You think John Garcia gets the start, or do you think Chesney will start? I already been on record. I said John Garcia starts tomorrow, not tomorrow, on Saturday.
Yeah, I would like to see John Garcia start, but I think realistically, Flick will have Chesney for one more game at least, and then I mean he probably should start honestly. Then because Chelsea we have next week, and Chelsea
Mhm.
against Chelsea 100% he has to start. So maybe to get that game rhythm in,
Yeah,
he should
he
start
needs to
this
get a
Saturday.
good game rhythm before he
Yeah,
can just be thrown out there. Because what if we throw him just against Chelsea into the fire like that, dude,
yeah,
without a
that's right,
game?
that's true.
Yeah, I feel like he needs a game.
So
So
yeah,
I
probably
would.
John Garcia then. John Garcia.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we have Eddie Garcia, and we have John Garcia, Eddie Garcia, and what's your center back combo? Because according to FootMob, and I actually agree with it, I think Araujo and Kouarsi.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the deal with Christensen. He's not on the injury report, but he hasn't really played, dude, consistently or start. Like, why would Hansi Flick start him on this game? To me, it would just throw me out of nowhere. So I think Eddie Garcia. I'm sorry. I think Araujo and Pau Cubarsí will get the start at center back. But what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Unless Hansi Flick saw that clip on Twitter, I doubt that he'll start Christensen. I doubt it. Yeah, he's gonna trust his pairing right there.
I'm sure he did, bro. To be honest. Well, Balde, dude, we need the best version of Balde, and I've said this before. When Balde plays a good when Balde plays a good game, Barcelona plays great. Like every time Balde's hitting in all cylinders, our offense it just has a new dimension. But he hasn't been playing great last couple of games.
Mm,
He's been a little anemic, like one game good, 2 games bad, or one game good, one game bad. It's kind of bouncing back and forth. He kind of lost that consistency that he had last season. I think he's another play that I'm looking at right now. We're getting into a big stretch of the season, which we're going to get the likes of Atletico Madrid, Betis. We are going to get Villarreal. To be able to go through these teams, we have to have a good Balde, man. And he has to get the
definitely.
start here, and he has to show up and show out because he has to be more consistent. Would you agree with that? Or how you see his game lately?
Yeah, yeah. Well, Balde again, he suffered with an injury. He missed some games. Probably trying to get back to his level for sure. But I think with Balde, one thing we could probably agree on is that he's nowhere near the finished article of what Alejandro Balde should be or what we're
Yeah.
seeing him to be. He's still young. He's like what 21, something like that.
Mhm.
So that's probably like a lot of us are looking like the likes of Nuno Mendes, who just pops up every single game. Who like we want to
Every game,
compare.
dude.
Like we
Every
want to
game, these
compare,
guys.
but it's kind of hard with Balde. He still needs time. But yeah, these stretch of games are going to really judge like is he someone that we can really trust? It's just because I mean I still want to trust him over Jedi Martin. I don't want to see Jedi Martin anywhere near the pitch. But yeah, these are going to be important games for Balde. Hopefully his connection with either Rashford or Rafinha, whoever plays on the left, improves. We got to see a little bit more, but yeah, eyes on him for sure this game.
Yeah. And so that would be the backfield, and I think we agree there. But now, here's the tricky thing: do we play the 4-3-3 or do we play the usual 4-2-3-1? I'm assuming that according to how the great game that Olmo had in that Pedri role in the last game against who did we play last? We played hold on. Wait, who the last game that we played was
Celta Vigo.
Celta de Vigo. So and he played extremely well, and maybe he'll pick up on that. And I'm guessing he's gonna do the same. I'm gonna guess Casado and Olmo play as a double pivots. Some people have said Bernal is back. I think you can only play one of those. You can play Bernal or Casado. You can't play both.
Yeah, no.
Like I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it one bit. Not play as double pivots like that, because I think they are both just single pivot guys. And if you play on a double pivot, I don't know. I think you're too defensive, honestly, to be honest. To have a more of a balanced midfield, I would go with. I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna try Bernal. If Bernal is 100%, I think eventually he has to start a game, right? So I don't see any better game for him to start than a game when we don't have Frankie and we don't have Pedri. So maybe this is a little bit of a force, kind of force plug in here, but I'm gonna go with Bernal and I'm gonna go with Olmo. Kind of like the same thing that we did with Frankie, and it's not going to be the same, but at least is what we have, right? We can only play the players who are available to us. So I'm going to go with Bernal and Olmo as a double pivot. But what would you do? Would you do Casado and Bernal?
I mean, Bernal. I saw on Twitter that Bernal actually played some for Catalonia. He played for the international team, so he got some minutes. I'm not sure how much he played, but
they said he played pretty good. They said he played a good game.
Yeah, well, but not like again. He's been definitely one of the guys I want to see a lot more. We barely seen him this season, which is I guess fine because Flick doesn't want to risk him, right? But I would hope he'll play. And if there was a choice between him and Casado right now, Casado just hasn't been impressing at all.
Nah.
So I would be like, all right, let's just play Bernal in there. You know, I was thinking maybe Flick might throw experiments, which I don't know if we should do it, is maybe a little Christensen in there because he did it against Celta Vigo where he brought him in as a double pivot. He played like 2 minutes, but so we didn't see barely any.
I would hate to see Christensen as a double pivot. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, he did on the Xavi. He did decent. He did all right. He wasn't the best, but he gets the job done.
We need someone who can possess the ball, though. Like that, we need someone. If Olmo has to be that, I don't love it either. But at least, bro, he can try.
That's the worrying thing because, like, Olmo, I thought he did pretty well against El Vigo, but the thing is that Frankie had a great game. Frankie stepped up massively, so that's we can take away from Olmo making some mistakes or not being amazing, but because
we're so unlucky sometimes, dude. Is the only player that we couldn't afford to not be out there this weekend,
bro. But I was watching that game. I was getting pissed at because Frankie was getting pissed at the referee, man.
That's tiki tack, bro. That was that was a horrible referee, and honestly, it's too hard for me to believe it's just a coincidence. You know what I mean? Like it's just like the one player that could hurt us, right? The one player that could really, really hurt us not to have next game. But it is what it is. I think we're gonna have. So who should double pivot then? Who are you going with?
I'm gonna say, but Bernal hopefully starts this game, and him and Dani Olmo.
Him and Dani Olmo. Okay. Yeah. So now we got our front four. We have Rashford on the left wing. We have Fermin Lopez, and we have Lamine Yamal, and of course Lewandowski. This is the four guys that I'm playing up front. Would you say something different? Like for example, would you say maybe you would do Ferran Torres up front? Or would you just stick with Lewandowski coming off that incredible game against Celta de Vigo? I think he picks right where he left off and starts this game for Barcelona. And we need to get on a run, bro. We need to start winning games. Yeah. And hell, man, he's gonna want to score again at the Camp Nou for Definitely. the first time being back. But what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, bro. You saw that header he scored for Poland, bro. He still got it in him, man. We just gotta feed him. We just gotta get this guy in his level, man. Because Lewa, he performs when he has to at times. But the main difference between him and Ferran is that he's lethal, right? He won't run for you 100%. He won't offer some things that Ferran offers. But for this game, I'd start Lewa, bring super subs in like Rafinha, like Ferran, because I don't think Rafinha should start in this game either. But man, it's just so amazing having that depth back that you need, especially in the attack.
Okay, so as for them, Athletic Club will line up most likely with Unai Simon, Gorosabel, Vivian Laporte, Beche. They're gonna have. I most likely they're gonna also like they like to play a little bit the same as Barcelona because they like to play with a 4-2-3-1 as well.
Mm.
So more because like they like to play with wingers like Nico Williams, Jarasegar, and Galareta. They have Sanchez, they have Berenguer and Nico Williams and Guruzeta because, like I said, Iñaki Williams may not be playing in this game. They have a pretty good backfield, in my opinion. It's kind of like their strength is they having a good goalkeeper in Unai Simon, who is the goalkeeper for Spain. Vivian and Laporte are actually very, very good. And I think, this is going to be their bread and butter, man. Like that defense, they're going to try to at least, I'm pretty sure they're going to hit us with a low block. I don't expect them to just really come out with a lot of, even though they like to attack, they probably will, but not to the maybe a mid to low block is really what I'm expecting. What are you expecting in terms of this game tactics and how you think they're gonna attack us particularly?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I haven't really watched Athletic. The only game I saw of Athletic Club this season was when they played against Arsenal, and I thought they did a great job against Arsenal. It's just that they have no quality up front. So, and they didn't have Nico in that game either. So, if Nico does play this game, he'd be threatening. I mean, last season, Kunde absolutely handled him like so easily. Now it's
Yeah,
going to be
but
Eric Garcia. So, I'm confident with that. But yeah, I'm expecting them to be,
he scored a
pretty.
banger the other day. Nico Williams, the first game back, scored a pretty nice goal, and I think that will be the only key to their team. I think it will be just all Nico Williams. So it
Yeah.
makes them one-dimensional. So I think in terms of the defense, what I'm thinking is Eddie Garcia and Araujo will just have to like lock him down, bro, and just let other players beat us. That's
Yeah.
that's literally what this game will come down to in terms of their game plan. But
But overall,
um,
we just have to be like a great again in our high line. If we're not on it, then Athletic Club are gonna play the same tactics that practically every team has been doing against us, right? So
yeah,
we have to be on it as much as they're gonna play defensive, right?
we have to play with that intensity. That we did that very well in the second half against Celta de Vigo, man. We stopped the bleeding. We cannot look as bad as we did against Celta de Vigo in that first half, man. It was
Exactly, bro.
horrendous. It was like all-time horrible. And we thought it was a nightmare game against Club Brugge. Just how little did we know how we were going to play in that first half against Celta de Vigo was even worse. So hopefully, Hansi Flick has found something where he can, if he picked up something on that game in the second half, what did he do so well that our team just came out with literally with a different sense of urgency and didn't really allow any big chances anymore after that. But I want you to get your feet wet. I want you to tell me, what do you see and how you see this game playing out? And who do you think will be the key to the game for us to win this game?
The man himself, Lamine Yamal. You already know, bro. Back in the Camp Nou, he changed his profile picture on Instagram. He's ready, bro. He's locked in.
He
I already
changed
know.
it. I didn't know that. I didn't even.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was
even
it
figure
was
that
like
out.
a picture of him holding the badge and saying that I forgot what the quote said, but it was a pretty cool quote. But he's gonna step up this game. You already know. Back at the Camp Nou, he has to impress. He's a showman. His favorite players, his Neymar. They're all showmen, bro. They like to perform when they need to perform. So I'm expecting him to score, assist, do it all this game. And yeah, I think we're gonna get the win. Maybe struggle a little bit just because getting back to that rhythm after international break. But then once we start flowing, we start killing.
Yeah.
4-1, 4-1.
And okay, so not yet. So
All
I
right.
want to ask you this: a little trivia question for you.
Yes.
Who scored the last goal at the Camp Nou before we started renovations?
God, bro. That's a tough one. Bro, because I saw your video or stream you did the other day. I forgot with who, but you guys were saying that we won 2 league titles at the Montjuic, and I'm like, bro, I totally forgot. Like towards the end of I think it was Xavi's first
Mhm.
season or second season where we left the Camp Nou. So
Yeah,
yeah, my memory is gone.
Okay, so I'll give you a little hint. Not from the current injury report, but let's say from 2 weeks ago. From 2 weeks ago, I want to include so that more players are there. He was in the injury report from 2 weeks ago.
from 2 weeks ago.
It doesn't mean he can't be there right now, but from 2 weeks ago, So 2 weeks ago we had Rafinha, we
Mhm.
had Joan Garcia, we had Ter Stegen, we had Pedri, we had Gavi, and we also had, I can't remember who else we had, but these are it's within these players.
John Garcia, obviously not. Ter Stegen,
Yeah.
obviously not.
Mhm.
Pedri, I doubt it. Uh, Rafinha or I was thinking Gavi at first, but I'm gonna say Gavi.
Yeah, it is Gavi.
Yes. All right, cool, cool.
So yeah, someone said Rafinha last time I asked, but okay, so you got it right. So now you tell me who will be the first player who will score at the Camp Nou.
Lamine Yamal.
I
Lamine,
said
bro.
Lamine Yamal in
It
my
has to
last
be
stream too.
Lamine, bro.
I
It
said
has to be
Lamine Yamal.
Lamine, man.
Yeah, it's meant to be, bro. Our number 10. I hope, even if it's a pen, that Lewandowski lets Lamine Yamal score the first goal back. I don't know if he's gonna
Better.
do it. Probably not, but I wish he did because I want Lamine Jamal. I think it would just be meant to be, right? I score the first goal, our number 10, or
Mhm.
heir to the throne, and hopefully he can do this. I'm thinking also in terms of like the keys to the game. I'm looking at Rashford, who has been scoring or at least contributing 2 goals in every single game up until this season. He may very well be the most underrated player for us right now in terms of like who may be the key to the game. It may be Rashford actually, because he has been on fire in the last maybe 8 games, bro. Like he has been carrying our offense. Not that I don't expect Lamine Yamal to do anything. I do think, like I said, if I'm predicting Lamine Yamal to score the first goal. But somehow, some way, I think our offense is going to go through the left side, and I think it's going to be Rashford again, and
Mm.
Lewandowski will be the one banging goals in this game. I think he gets 2 goals. I think Lamine gets 1 goal, and maybe Fermin. I think this game will be. So, what was your prediction? So let's get to predictions. Your prediction was what?
Yeah, I'm confident we're gonna get a high score line. 4-1. I said 4-1.
Okay, I'm very close. I'm very close. Um. I wish I knew 100% if John Garcia starts. So I'm going to give you 2 predictions. If John Garcia starts, if John Garcia starts, we beat Athletic Club 3-0. 3-0.
Clean
If
sheet. Okay.
if yeah, clean sheet. If I'm going to go if Chesney starts, I'm going to go I think the game will be a lot more open, and I think it's going to be 4-2. I think it'll be a
Ooh,
4-2 game. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the same
They'll
as
score
Celta
2 goals.
Vigo.
Yeah, same as Celta de Vigo. I think see, guys, I feel like it's gonna be maybe around 3-1, but I feel like I'm always predicting 3-1. So I want to pick something different because I can't always say 3-1, bro. Like I feel like this game will be like a 3-1. It'll be like a 2 goal difference.
Hmm.
So I'm saying 4-2 because I don't want to say 3-1 again, and other people are saying, oh, you always say 3-1. So
Yeah,
that's
brother.
kind of how I feel right now. We don't keep clean sheets to save our life, but
Yeah.
that's without John Garcia though. Now that we have John Garcia, if he's back, I do expect us to get more clean sheets. Anyway, any last thoughts before we wrap up the show? It's been a great show. It's been great having you on. Any last thoughts on the game and anything coming up on your channel?
So yeah, this was the quote actually. Montjuic was the beginning. Camp Nou is where history will be written. That's like me and my like little profile picture right there.
Oh, I love it, bro.
Man, I'm excited for that. But yeah, now it's regular things when it comes to my channel. You know, live streams coming back with for the games. I think Chelsea's gonna be the most anticipated one this weekend for Athletic Club for sure. But yeah, same old Barca content for sure.
Wow. Leo has great content. If you guys are looking for more Barcelona content creators, he's a great option for you guys. Please subscribe to his channel, Football es Vida. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and activate that notification bell because I have a ton of content coming out for you guys in the next couple of days. And this is one of the reasons why I'm dropping this preview a little earlier than I normally would. It's just because I have other things planned for the channel already for this week prior to Saturday's game. But guys, thank you guys for watching until the end of this video. I appreciate you all. And guys, I'll see you guys on the next video. And as always, Visca el Barça.
Yes, sir.